And that was right around the time of Chicago race riots, right?
Right after.
Right after.
Right after. A month after the race riot.
Did your parents ever tell you about how it was after then, dealing with like the aftermath of the race riots?
Well, we moved into a neighborhood which was known as the Grand Boulevard neighborhood, around 49th and St. Lawrence. It was almost all white. And my mother had never had that kind of experience, but her neighbor, the white neighbor, because my daddy had a job at a steel mill, but if there was any idea that there was going to be possible conflict, they wouldn't let the workers go home. And so my mother's neighbor told her, if anything happens, you and the children just come on over here. We'll be here. She was just thrilled by this white lady offering haven in case of trouble. And so we lived in that neighborhood. We never lived north of 41st Street or south.
In 1943, Detroit's economy was booming due to the growth in the defense industry. Since the beginning of World War II, the city's population grew by 350,000, 300,000 whites, and 50,000 blacks. Due to a number of reasons, including a lack of available housing, tensions between blacks and whites were escalating. On June 20th, 1943, a fight between a group of black youth and white sailors on Belle Isle kicked off a citywide reaction. False stories stoked the conflict into a riot. By the next day, 10,000 whites poured onto Woodward near Forest and Verner to attack blacks in the streets at overturned cars. Blacks retaliated by attacking whites who ventured into their neighborhoods. As night closed in, 5,000 federal troops were called in. Troops were called in to restore the peace. There was more than $2 million in property damaged. The greater loss resulted in the death of 25 blacks and 9 whites and more than 600 injured. There comes a time in the life of every community when it must look honestly and seriously into its past. Possible foundation for moving into a future based on healing and hope. In the race to equity, the truth leads to solution.
It will take long tonight for reaction to the verdict to change from shock to anger to violence. At one intersection in Los Angeles' black community, cars were attacked by rock throwers. 2 people were pulled from one car. A woman was left lying in the street. A third person in the car was also attacked. Police were nowhere in sight. Throughout the area, people were outraged.
Let them know what time it is. It's white. Let them know. It's white. No justice in America, not for the blacks. The justice is for the other man, not for the brother man.
It just shows me that Simi Valley is full of nothing but prejudiced white folk.
At Los Angeles Police Department headquarters, about 200 demonstrators gathered peacefully to protest the jury's decision.
We just want to come out and show our support for Rodney King, his family, that this just cannot happen in America today. I think it's just a disgrace.
But moments later, a small group of protesters started throwing objects at the building's front door. The city's official response came from Mayor Tom Bradley, who made it clear he does not agree with the jury's action.
No, our eyes did not deceive us. We saw what we saw. What we saw was a crime.
Some rock throwing by youths in south central Los Angeles, perhaps in reaction to today's verdicts in the Rodney King beating. After 7 days of deliberations, the Simi Valley panel acquitted all 4 officers. The jury deadlocked on a count of assault under color of authority against Officer Lawrence Powell. There will be a hearing May 15th to determine if he will be retried.
Erupting in Ferguson. Just take a look at this police car here. It was actually set on fire.
It was, and a bunch of people were arrested as well. Joining us right now live from Ferguson with the breaking details. Once again, our man, Adam House.